Hey guys, I'm back with a Wi-Fi black and white OU battle. This is going to be versus the Underking001. Really just looking at the teams, mine's a bit of a balanced sandstorm, while his is just a weird kind of thing. I don't really know how to explain it much since the thing already passed, so let's just jump right into this. I'm going to lead with my Tyranitar, which is banded, and the Dragonite is also banded on this team, so kind of a weird thing to have, but it's really successful most of the time. So he's going to go for a taunt first turn, expecting me to try to set up Stealth Rocks, but I'm actually just going to go for a Stone Edge first turn, and being that I'm banded, will easily bring it down to his Focus Sash, meaning that he has an option between dying or getting up his Stealth Rock and basically dying, but I'm pretty sure he's going to set up his Stealth Rock. So I'm going to go into Dragonite right now just to kill him next turn with an extreme speed, and being that this is a banded Dragonite, he will not be getting Lefty's recovery, so his multi-scale is broken from the second he steps in, so it's a bit of a weird thing, but since I do have Jirachi for a bit of a wish recovery support, there have been cases where I brought him in at full health to take a hit and then brought him back up to be able to take another hit while still dealing damage. So I'm going to go into Rodom right here, knowing that this Vaporeon can't do much outside of Scald or Ice Beam. So he's going to go for the Scald here, and he does not get the burn, which is very fortunate for me. And I know a T-Bolt cannot take this out because Vaporeons have about 130 base HP stat, I believe, and that is very easy to abuse. So I'm going to go for the T-Bolt, and since it also does carry a 95 special defense stat, couple of those together, it is a pretty specially defensive Pokemon. So he's going to go for a Toxic right here. Not something I really worry about because I don't plan on keeping Rotom in at long times for too much. So basically when I get switching in and out, it will be okay. So yeah. I'm just going to go for another T-Bolt right here. He's actually going to switch out into his Chansey. Just by the name Chancery, it does basically tell me that it does come from Wild Chase's OU database. I mean, UU database, being that Chansey is a UU Pokemon. But it is odd that he'd use a Chansey over a Blissey in the OU metagame, being that Blissey does carry the beneficial Lefty's recovery as Chansey does not. But really their choice and all. But he's gonna go for a Wish here. I know he's gonna switch out and go to something, so I'm just basically gonna pull a switch of my own just to counter what he might want to send in. So basically, I think he might actually go for a Protect, actually, just in case he wants to get his own health back to full. But either way, I'm going to go to Tyranitar, and he's actually going to go for Toxic, predicting my switch, which is very nice on his part. But either way, Tyranitar does have enough power to really take it out with the superpower, being that he is banded, like I've said before. So I'm just going to go for a safe superpower, and automatically that is a KO because 604, I believe, power and all, plus a 120 super effective hit. Easily a KO versus something with only about 5 defensive stat, plus Eviolite. That's really not much to really say at all. So he's going to go into his Deoxys Speed, which happens to be Uber now, but this match was taken a while ago before it was. Actually never quite got to use one, which is kind of unfortunate, but he's actually going to go for an Ice Beam right here, probably predicting my Dragonite or just trying to get some damage off of my Tyranitar. But either way, it doesn't really matter. I do need to switch out just because did not want to have to take that hit. So, I mean, it wasn't really worth it, I should say, because I did have minus attack and minus special attack. So he's going to know I'm going to go for Scald, and he's actually going to switch into the Vaporeon, get the Water Absorb. I did not remember that Vaporeons carried the Water Absorb for some reason. I just didn't. So basically, I'm at a bit of a disadvantage at this point because I really need a way to take care of this Vaporeon, at least try to get it to go for some moves or something. Basically, I'm going to go for a taunt right here, basically shutting it down any way possible. And now his only move left to try to hit me is probably Scald, being that he probably runs Protect, Wish, and Toxic, being that his only move left would be Scald that I've seen. So he's going to go into Heatran right here, and I'm actually going to go for a Will-O-Wisp, but he's actually going to predict that and go for Flash Fire Boost. Wow. He's predicting really nicely in this match, but it's not really helping him overall, being that my Jellicent does help really handle both of those threats decently. So he's going to go for an Overheat right here that is not going to be able to take me out, being that I resist it, and Jellicent has a nice HP stat even without special defense investment. he really can take a hit well. So basically, I'm just gonna have to recover off this next turn, knowing that another overheat cannot take me out. So he's actually just gonna switch out, probably predicting my scald, but I'm actually just gonna go for a recover right here, not wanting to take a risk of getting hit with well, hitting him with a scald. So basically, we're back at square one. so I'm just gonna go for a taunt right here, best option overall. And so here, oh, I'm sorry, I'm actually gonna go for a Will-O-Wisp. Wow, just because I knew he'd want to try to do something. And basically, if I could start getting damage off on this earlier, plus Sandstorm, plus Burn, it's really one of my safest bets to help me take it out later in the match. So yeah, so here I know he's probably going to want to switch out, not preserving his own Vaporeon, because he really does get an opportunity to do stuff later. But I'm just going to go for a taunt right here. He's actually going to go for a Toxic. This is really good that I went for a taunt. So as long as I can preserve my Jellicent from getting toxic or anything, I might have this game in the bag versus Heatran and Vaporeon. Vaporeon being the main Pokemon I have to take out. Usually I don't want to send in Rotom because it does provoke a switch, and I really just want to have this thing staying in and dying. So I'm actually going to switch to Rotom right here because I'm tired of really trying to fight this thing, but I knew that the either Heatran or Deoxys S would be coming in this turn, and he chooses the Deoxys speed, not something I really care to fight, but he's going to reveal that he has the T-Bolt, but I'm actually going to switch out, predicting something sort of along the lines of like Psycho Boost or something like that, so I'm going to go into Fortress. And he's actually going to go for the T-Bolt. Like I said, I was actually not watching my screen when this part happened, and I didn't even know what move he went for, so that wasn't quite well. So either way, I thought I could stay in and just go for a Volt Switch, being that I'd get switch advantage in the end. But unfortunately, that's going to do quite a bit, not actually take me out, but the Rock Switch in will, being that I actually haven't bothered to clear him out yet with my Fortress. So I'm going to go in Jirachi. I just really want to be able to hit this thing or get up a Wish or anything sort of like that and basically heal my Fortress, but I really can't because the Stealth Rocks will kill me. So he's going to switch out and he's going to go into his Heatran. I know I need the Stealth Rocks up because that's really my main importance of the last part of this game. It does help me achieve a KO or two if I use it wisely. So I'm going to send Dragon Ice straight from the start. He's actually going to miss an overheat right here. Very fortunate, but I think I could have taken it. But he's actually going to go for another overheat and miss again. I'm pretty sure it didn't really matter overall, maybe. But it definitely was very, very unfortunate. But, oh well. It's really the game. I can't really say too much about it. I do have Rotom to take care of it if it really came to that. But basically, he's going to go back into his Deoxys speed, knowing that I can't go for an extreme speed on him, being that I'm banded, and he's already deduced that. So I'm going to go to Tyranitar just to take an Ice Beam or any kind of hit he might want to do, because Tyranitar has an amazing special defensive stat with Sandstorm coupled in. So yeah, so basically with that Life Orb damage, he's actually able to take himself out with Sandstorm. So here he's actually going to go into his Vaporeon. I don't have to do many things on my part to try to take this out, but he's actually going to go protect this turn, which really isn't that helpful because it actually makes it more likely that I'd be able to KO with Sandstorm and overall, because he's actually not getting anything with lefties, and the burn actually takes damage away from him. So that was probably one of the things that let his Vaporeon die this turn. So he's going to go for a Wish right here, and I'm actually going to go for a Crunch. Crunch Bandage should do quite enough, but it's actually not going to take him out. It's going to barely miss by min-max, but the Sandstorm, again, will take his Pokemon out. So I have Tyranitar at 5 HP, not really worth it, being that his last Pokemon is Scizor. And I have two Pokemon that can actually take care of this thing, one Jellicent, and the other is Rotom. So I'm actually going to go to Rotom just because I want the swift KO, and I don't really want to waste too much time left. So I'm just going to go for a Hidden Power Fire, and this is going to be a good game. Comment, like, and subscribe, you guys. I will see you later. I'm probably going to be uploading more UU matches, so I'll see you then.